shows when some doctor's estate was sold and whatnot, and eBay doesn't approve of such things. So go in this little cubby hole here.
Okay.
Here, can I give you the camera, David? I'll let you do. David, I'll give you this since there's, looks like we'll go one at a time, and you'll get the narration.
Oh, you can come in there too.
Can I?
Yeah, I think two of you can get in there. We're
Okay.
going to kind of point out some stuff. So I'll just quickly, both kind of worm your way in there a little bit. I'll kind of point out some of the specimens. So in this little container here is Siamese twin weasels. They got 2 arms in the front and 2 arms in the back, 1 head, 2 bodies. Here's a rat with some kind of tooth problems. You know, when their teeth don't meet up, they
They kind of
keep
keep
growing
growing.
around. They grow around the back of your head. Here's a little 2-faced kitten.
Wow.
There's a little 2-faced pig in this jar. Then there's several human fetuses, a nice one in this round thing here. The one in the next jar is actually holding his little umbilical cord. He's so cute. The one in the next jar is actually in the amniotic sac still, unaccountably.
Wow.
The ones in the next jar...
Look at these jars, these vessels they're in too.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
well, you know, some of
candy
them-
jar.
Yeah.
Or did you transplant them?
I transplanted some of them.
nice
You know, like
touch, nice touch.
here's one of these coroner specimens on Burns versus Gibson on motion for new trial, 1955. And what's in there used to be hydrated with formaldehyde. What's in there is a finger. And so somebody must have lost a finger in an accident. And this was, you know, like a specimen for the, you know, for the trial or something like that. And so there was a bunch of those things, including that little tall jar with fetuses, twin fetuses in it. Those were in a, you know, like a simple jar that had a little formaldehyde left in it. And so, you know.
Two-headed chick.
Yeah. And then there's a puddle of goats under this dome. It's a Siamese twin goat that's kind of hard to see. It's got head going one way, head going another way, some conjoined limbs and stuff. So these are kind of, you know, some of the little oddities.
What's this?
That's a fake 2-headed baby. It's hard to get 2-headed babies, so I get a rubber baby and grafted
I'll
the...
keep you in mind once next time I
Yes,
see one,
yes,
all right?
yes.
That's a good line.
Well, you're
Yeah.
a
Yeah, you have to
pediatrician,
take so
David.
many
Maybe you
drugs
can get
before
us-
you go into
It's
delivery.
It's politically incorrect now. It used to...
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out
Yeah.
there.
Exactly.
I'll
This
keep
is-
my eyes out.
Thank you.
It used to be that...
we won't know where we heard it from.
It used to be doctors back in the old
Oh, yeah,
days
no.
saved those specimens for, you know, medical practice and schools and stuff, and now
There's
everybody...
more rules about these things.
You bet. Yeah. So these are all really old specimens, you know, and so I figure, you know, Curiosity Shop's grandfathered in with all the dead bodies and stuff there. I got all
right.
these, you know, antique specimens that I'm, you know, grandfathered in to some degree.
I like do ballet in here, Now, did you get the specimens? Did you get?
Oh, I've been
Have you been
here.
here? Oh, you've been
Well,
here.
we've been here before several.
What's it?
We've been here.
Bearing trout. Very rare.
Yes, we have lots of authentic oddities and lots of
Yes.
the fake oddities that they used to make for circuses and sideshows and stuff like that. And so in the other room there was out there by the guillotine in the living room
I
there
don't
was
know what
a
I'm
fake
inhaling. I mean,
thing
like,
that's a combination of an
you know,
alligator
hopefully
and a
little hairs
and a
instead of
fish.
my
It's
nose are
very
catching whatever
beautifully
comes.
combined, you know, to look really,
Floating around.
really cool.
This one actually go into my lungs. Tell me, what are the health risks? You must know. Please.
Well, you know, it's the great tradition of P.T. Barnum, who had the Fiji mermaid. And so this is my little fake Fiji mermaid, which actually looks, it's deliberately made to look clunky because Barnum's Fiji mermaid looked really bad. He took a fish and glued on some paper mache, kind of a monkey-looking thing, and there was a dividing line right in the middle. Really looked bad, and so he's. Yeah, and all of this stuff. When I bought this house, it was horribly remodeled and ruined, and so the staircase had been painted gray, and I replaced the spindles on the staircase, and refinished the staircase, and then I had lots of architectural. This is a fireplace front that I thought would look cool as a header, and you know, just pick these things up. And have lots of giant medical. Oh, Mr. Doctor. Here's a giant medical device that does all kinds of amazing, real medical things. If you look in here, you'll see that it has a bunch of dials and things, and then there's these little bottles back there. Mm-hmm. Those bottles go down into some holes in the marble top into a heater well, and then you pull the bottle out once your contents are warm, and you hook it up to the pneumatic air system. And those were used, as I understand it,
Anesthesiology.
but yeah, those were used to blow a nice warm cocaine mist up the nose of your patient for oral surgery or whatever. Burnett's
Cocaine, and how do you get them to shut up while you're trying
Well,
to...
you know, at the time, this thing is from the
fabulous.
you know, almost
Does
the
it
turn of the
go to
last
the
century.
floor?
Yes, it goes all the way to the floor. It is a
fire?
total.
Is it a fire heated? Or
No,
is
no, no, no.
is that
It's
a- is that a-
it's electric, but it's like from 1910 or something like that. But it's a multi-purpose medical thing, and it did have an exposed spark gap thing out here. I think just for effect or for look, maybe to impress the patients or something.
like a Frankenstein movie or something.
yeah,
How old is it?
The turn of the century, last century, about 100 years old. I have the
Anesthesiologist,
actual.
you know, would love that.
Oh, here's what it's called. Since you're a doctor, we'll just spend a minute just to kind of.
Thompson Foster Electrical Camera.
So it is way cool.
It is way cool.
And they had there's this museum of questionable medical devices, and when they
It's
were
probably in that catalog.
they were on the History Channel for something about quack medical stuff, and one of the 3 or 4 things this guy showed was one of these cabinets, exactly the same as the one I have, and mentioned that it was only partially quack and only unintentionally quack in some aspects. It has a diathermy machine in it, and it does cauterization. It does different kinds of shock therapy, like the violet wand machines and stuff. Whereas this machine over here is a total quack thing. It has some big rubber belts that you put around your body, and it you know, it zaps you and cures everything imaginable. And then I have a bunch of those neon violet ray machines that people used to rub this up and down their body. And there's actually pictures in the manual for one of those things that I have that shows people with their feet in a bucket of water holding the violet ray machine and you know, therapizing themselves with the violet ray machine.
Got a few zaps, you know.
Yeah, you know, to make sure you're well grounded, you know, to get the proper therapy for this thing. And,
So when you bought this, it sounds like it was in working condition. You
yes,
could actually generate it.
and actually, I was terrified to turn it on because when I moved it from the street down to the house here, it weighed so much, even 2 or 3 people couldn't carry it down the stairs. And so basically, I opened up the back and I discovered that it has the power supply in there consisted of an 80-pound oil-filled capacitor and 4 or 6 large glass Leyden jar capacitors, like the old-fashioned type of capacitors. And so, you know, it's just got so much power that I just I had to take that 80-pound thing out just to get it down the steps, and then I never really, you know, tried to run it after that. But when I bought it from this auctioneer down in Tacoma, and he originally had it for thousands of dollars in his shop, and then he sold it for just a few $100s at auction.
That's great.
And so that was a really good
Good find.
good
find.
score.
Yeah,
That's-
absolutely.